There is a very powerful quote from Nisargadatta Maharaj. He said that for the earnest spiritual seeker, there is only one meditation: the rigorous refusal to harbor thoughts. Only one practice, only one meditation: the rigorous refusal to harbor thoughts. Now, on this channel, we're always talking about how to step out of thinking, how to disengage from the thoughts that are arising, and simply being as we are. Because when you step out of thoughts, you step into what is simply here. You step out of concepts, which are descriptions about who you are, about what life is, which have no reality. And you step into a silent, wordless beingness. You step into being what you are without thinking about your existence. The thinking which is just labels, descriptions, projections. In order to do this rigorous refusal to harbor thoughts, constantly living in descriptions, in personal identity, in order to do this, we must learn to lose interest in the content of our thinking, right? We talk about all the time as well. To disengage from your thoughts, lose interest in the content of them. For example, no matter what thought is arising, notice how it is always arising as if it is my voice, me, the person that I believe myself to be, and it is speaking about my life through the context of what I can gain from what is arising and what I may lose from what is arising. So it is constantly just about me and my life. And that is why, because we have a sense of identity in this thinking, we imbue it with a sense of identity, a sense of selfhood, a sense of reality. That is why it feels so significant, feels so important, which is why we can't disengage. So in order to disengage, you have to learn to, in moments of practice, such as this moment when you are watching this video, you have to be so willing to stop perceiving your thoughts as important. You have to be so willing to stop being interested in whatever description or judgment or idea that is currently arising in the mind. And please do so right now. Do not wait until later. Whatever arises in the mind, notice that you have the capacity to not pursue it, to not further think about it, to not go off in the direction that thought wants you to go into. Because in this very moment, a thought arises and says, oh, I don't really understand this. And you believe in that, and you go off in that direction, and now you become the confused one that doesn't get this. In this very moment, a thought arises and it says, oh, I have a question about this and I don't get this part about it. And then once again, we go in that direction and we become the questioner, the confused one. So we have to start seeing that thought is constantly imposing on you a certain limited identity, which then colors your entire experience. You believe in the doubt, you become the doubt, and then it colors your entire experience. You believe in the question, you become the questioner, you become confused, and that colors your entire experience. In this way, there's just countless masks that thought is imposing on you. The angry one, the insecure one, the fearful one. Now, in moments of practice, you have to be so willing to be thoughtless by learning to not pursue the thought that is arising, by learning to not be interested in the content that the thought is proposing, whatever it is talking about. Even though it may seem important, have no interest in it here and now for these moments. Get to it later. Right now, you have to have like such a vivid moment of clarity, of simply being, but not needing to think about your existence. Simply being yourself, but not needing to think about who you are. And once again, mind arises and says, how do I let go of interest? And once again, we believe in this, we identify with it, we become that thought, and we go off in that direction. And it colors our entire experience. There's no other separate instruction on how to let go of interest. Just drop it. Cease to care about whatever is being said in the thinking. Be only the attention. Notice that there's a vivid clarity in attention. Attention is silent. It is thoughtless. You're not being asked to think about attention. You're simply asked to, here and now, be the attention. And experience its thoughtlessness. And as you start to experience these periods of silent attention, then this capacity to not pursue thought or be pulled by thought, hypnotized by thought, this capacity will start to grow within you. And you will start to grow in the awareness of what you are prior to thought. All the dysfunction in your life and the suffering that is created by it is created by thought. Understand that so deeply. Otherwise, you will always remain interested in it and identified with it. Without silence, you cannot understand these things. You cannot grasp these things. You cannot experience this teaching. Because thoughts will continue to keep you in ideas about this experience, ideas about this teaching, ideas about yourself. It will keep you on the surface of reality. Concepts are the surface of reality. Concepts have no reality, no truth. They're just descriptions. They're just labels. Just like the word phone is not this. The word phone is an empty label. This is the actual experience. The word phone is just a label, an empty label. There's no reality in it. Here and now, we must lose interest in whatever thought is saying. To go beyond thought, to understand what you are prior to thought, subtler than thought, you have to disengage from, drop thought. Simply let it go. Don't even care to pursue, oh, how do I do this? Even that is a mental label. It is a mental concern of which you are only the witness. Just remain as the witness. Just be the seer. Notice that you are prior to the arising of that thought. And even when it goes, you simply are. Be the silent attention which does not speak. The attention which goes on to thought is not thinking, is not speaking. Thought is thinking and speaking. But the attention simply flows on it. It is like your silent inner gaze. Just like the eyesight, it does not speak, right? The eyesight never speaks. Thoughts speak about what the eyesight sees. Just like that, attention does not speak or think. Thoughts speak about what the attention sees. But thoughts themselves are seen by attention. Of course, eyesight cannot see thoughts because thoughts are subtler than attention. But attention sees thoughts because attention is subtler than thoughts. So keep that in mind. For the earnest spiritual seeker, there is really only one practice: the rigorous refusal to harbor thoughts. When you are empty of thought in this moment, you start to grow in the recognition of what you are. prior to all of these thought-made ideas about self and life. And stop waiting to do this. Stop waiting for more instruction, for more of your doubts to be cleared, for more of your questions to be answered. Mental questions only lead to further mental questions, even when answered. The only way out of this dysfunction is to, once and for all, here and now, totally lose interest in the content of your thinking in moments of practice. Do it so vividly, do it so clearly, and thought will not have that power over you, because the only power thought has over you is the belief you attribute to it, the sense of significance and importance and interest that you give to it. The moment you take that away, the moment you just rest as that silent attention, that in the beginning, let it be totally focused, gradually will become simpler. But the more you just experience yourself as that focused, silent attention, you will start to experience yourself at a subtler and subtler level than thinking. That is my invitation to you for today. I have a self-inquiry guide that I'm giving away right now. You can download it. It will help you with this practice to discover what you are prior to thinking. I'll link that down below. And if you need help with this and you want to work directly with me, going deeper into these teachings and this practice, learn more about our School of Awakening. It is a wonderful program that will help you with this. I hope this video helped you. If you have any confusion about it, that you feel like you cannot disengage from, that it needs to be addressed, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I invite you to practice, even with your confusions right now, what we just covered in today's video. Simply drop them. And you will notice that in the silence of your practice, the understanding, the answers that need to be revealed will come to you on their own. Wonderful. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.